Bang, bang. All right. I'm bringing you nickel normal, the best defense in Madden 20, in my humble opinion. Part one here, I'm going to be going over the blitzing scheme, how I make everything look the same. And when everything looks the same, the defense doesn't know if you're going to be blitzing or if you're going to be playing coverage. This is going to be a comprehensive guide. This is part one of it. I want to break it up in a couple different sections. So if you like to blitz, if you like to sack the quarterback, get to the quarterback, smash the like button, leave a comment in the comment section below what you would like to see as well. I've had a couple requests for coverage shells, the different deep blues, like a quarter, a third, a deep half. What are the differences? What exactly do they do? When should you have which shell, right? So I'm going to go over that in another video, but this is part one, and it's going to be how to blitz out of nickel normal and really create some fabulous blitzes, and then also the next part of how we're going to mix it in with coverages. So first and foremost, let's get into the depth chart and what I like and what you should like. You want two great defensive ends. I put, for the purpose of this video, Dante Hightower, Roll Tide, and Cal Van Noy at defensive ends. But if you're in Mutt, or if you have a good pass rusher, put those on the defensive ends, because they're going to be your pass rush elites that you want. Okay, you can sub in safeties for your linebacker positions, which is really nice for speed purposes at least. Let's just put in, you have Jamie Collins there. He's a good linebacker. I don't really know the depth chart too well here. We'll just put in Terrence Brooks. I'm not too sure how fast he is or the other guy is. But the other thing I like to do is Gilmore. You're a really good corner you want in your slot, because you're going to be blitzing him. You're also going to be putting him in coverage, and you're going to be manning him up. So the biggest keys are the defensive ends you want, if you can get pass rush elite or really good pass rushers. The linebackers you can sub in safeties for linebackers. So if you have any good backup safeties in Mutt, or if you have fast guys, that's very key as well. Now, and then lastly, if you have a great corner, if you have a corner with universal coverage or manned up or zoned out, it's really good to have here. Universal coverage, obviously the best. If you're in Mutt, that's what you want to get in the slot. So let's go over also my what I like for, let me see here, my audibles here. Tampa 2, Overstorm Brave, Cover 3 Cloud, and Cover 4 Palms. Now, the Cover 3 Cloud, the Cover 4 Palms, I really love as coverage defenses, which I'm going to go over in the next part. It's going to be able to lock up literally everything. If you saw my best pass defense coverage video I came out with a couple days ago, I'll link that in the description below. It goes over a combo coverage from nickel normal, so you definitely want to add that to your scheme as well. All right, so what do I like to blitz out of? So first and foremost, you can do under smoke is my favorite go-to blitzing play out of this formation, but you can create a blitz out of anything. Every once in a while, you can do it from like a cover 2. It's just a little bit more adjustments. So I personally, out of nickel normal, if I'm going to blitz, I like to blitz from a man coverage. And then you can also do different adjustments on the back end. So let's go into Overstorm Brave. It's going to be the base, very, very basic setup. And if you're in any type of CFM leagues with a bunch of rules and all that stuff, you can definitely run this blitz against it. Okay, come out in Dagger. The one thing that you need to know is your slot DB right here. When it's in a formation like a trips, a spread out formation. He's not, whenever you pinch your defense, you're going to pinch your defense every single time, as you can see. Your D-line, your linebackers pinch, and then also this guy needs to be up here at the line of scrimmage is what you want to make it look symmetrical. But if you're in going against like a gun bunch, a gun split close, a lot of those other popular formations, a tight slots halfback weak, you don't have to worry about bringing in the slot. But I wanted to come out in a spread set just so you know. And then I like to crash my D-line down, which is left on the left analog stick, and then down on the right stick to slant them in, and then quarterback contain, which is PlayStation L1 R1 to quarterback contain. All right, so yes, you are going to be sending your 4 D linemen and your 2 linebackers. Okay, and I like to have this guy here just because it makes the defense look the same every single time. All right, and then I would use her on this play with the trips to the left. That's the side that where you want the most coverage from. And so I would be guarding this right-hand side and whoever's on the running back right here, okay? All right, and so ideally also, to break it down, let's take a step back. First, let's just show you the blitz, right? All right, so look. So the blitz is gonna come flying in. The running back is blocked, so he ends up chipping him. So this blitz is a very good basic blitz. Let me just do that again. Let me pinch my defense. So you're pressing L1 right here on PlayStation, and then down on the left stick. If you look in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see where it says to pinch the defense. Boom, it's pinched, right? And then you just slant your D-line inside, and then crash them. Okay, so if they send 5 out, this blitz is going to come in, and what's really nice is this defensive end is going to come in also. So as you hike the ball right there, bang, easy blitz to come in. Now that's a basic blitz, but if they start blocking a running back, that, as you saw, the guy's still going to come in free, but the running back, if he's on the same side, is going to chip him and block him. So that's no good. All right. So let's get back to one other thing that I forgot to say is you want to have auto flip on. And what that means is when you have auto flip on, this slot corner will flip to the side of the strong side, meaning usually the running back's on the weak side, meaning, as you can see, there's a running back and there's a tight end on this right-hand side. So there's only 2 people on this right-hand side, whereas there's 3 on the left-hand side, which means the left-hand side is the strong side. And that's where you want your slot corner to be because it'll be opposite the running back. It does better for there's more threats on the left side of the field, and also if they run like an inside zone, you have that slot corner on that side. You wouldn't want that slot corner on the right-hand side of the screen. There's less threats, less for him that he needs to guard. And then also if they do a running play, it's not good as well. All right, so that's a base blitz. Now I'm also going to show you on this base blitz a couple adjustments I would like to do. Once again, just bring that guy in, slant in, contain. It takes 1 second to set this blitz up. All right, I would put the outside left corner. I would put him on an outside quarter like that. Okay. So you just do YY square and then left on the right stick to put him in an outside quarter, okay? And then you can put triangle and whatever you want. You can put him in a vert hook is something good, and then I would use her right here, okay? You can use her right there, or you can put McCourty in a deep half right here, or you can put him in an inside third, which I'm just pressing X and then left on the left analog stick for inside third. Get in practice mode because you can do this really quickly with muscle memory. Okay, so this is a good setup, and you want to bring him in the box. When you bring him in the box, he's going to guard these underneath short routes a little bit better, and he's still going to be able to get back to the middle of the field. So if you bring the safeties down into the box, they do a little bit better job. Now, also, if your opponent has identifier, I've said this in a previous video, if he has an identifier, you never want to, even if you're playing a coverage defense, you don't want to be on the middle linebacker. Because if they know that you, pre-snap, you're on the linebacker, they know most likely you're not blitzing. And so if they know you're not blitzing, they don't have to try to start blocking people. So that's why if they have identifier, you always want to be on the safety, whether you're blitzing or if you are playing coverage defense. All right, so next, right, there's a lot of information I'm going over. If you need to rewind the video, rewind it. I want to go over in a lot of great detail so you can make the most of this, all right, this video. All right, and so then lastly, if they don't have identifier, you can bring the safety up, and then you can click onto the middle linebacker, and just don't move pre-snap. If they don't have identifier, then they're not going to know that you're hiding there, and you're there, and you're on the middle linebacker. All right, so on this right-hand side against a formation like a trips right here, Kittle is not a huge deep threat down the middle, and I'm going to look for him to be on some type of corner route or a drag route or maybe even hitch route to put something together. All right, so I'm going to put I'm going to put a soft squat right here on this left-hand side. So let's say the running back stays into block. All right, let's put Kittle on a streak here. Okay. All right, soft squat, just like that. All right, so the blitz is going to get picked up here, but I want you to see something. Did you see how good that soft squat played that streak? He stayed on that streak long enough because there was no other underneath routes to take, and then he passed him off. You can see he's guarding him. The streak is, even though he's in a soft squat, a flat zone, there's nothing underneath right now to make him start guarding anything else. So he stuck with him for 20 yards down the field. This middle third then was able to get back and get on to the tight end. All right, so you can put a soft squat there, and if you're blitzing heavy, it's going to play the deep middle just long enough for your blitz to come in. All right, so as you can see, the blitz is good, but if they block somebody, it ends up not being great, right? So that's whenever you want to send the goons, is what I like to say. Now, to do that, I like to run, and Nickel Blitz 2, back in the day, a few Maddens ago, if you played Madden a lot, was so good. Best blitz in the game. It's not anymore, but it's still, it's honestly not, it's not what it used to be at all. It used to be incredible. All right, do I have anything? Okay, let's go back to let's go back to this dagger play. All right, so once again, all you have to do is pinch your defense. So everybody gets pinched in, crash your defensive line down, move in, this blitzing DB, contain. As you can see, now we're blitzing 7. All right. All right, so I'm going to do a lot of the same adjustments. I can even put him on a vert hook. This. All right. And so I'm going to be using this middle side of the field. I personally like to man up my guy to the running back. Now to be right here. Okay. So they're going to block the running back, but no matter what, the blitz is going to come screaming in. So when you hike the ball, as you can see, it's a party at the quarterback. This blitz, you have to do a lot. You have to do a lot to block this blitz. You have to max protect, slide opposite the running back, and then ID the cornerback. So there's a lot to do to try to stop this max protection. And if they're in a formation where they can't just easily max protect, as you can see, there's not a tight end on the line of scrimmage on the left-hand side. It can be very difficult for them to block this blitz. So just full disclosure on what you would have to do if you're in this trip set to try to stop this. All right, so this is something I would like to do. This is that you're going to have to motion hike a block. I'm going to have to motion hike this receiver, motion block him. So you'd motion him, right? And you would hike the ball right there to pick up the blitz, right? Okay. But once again, then at that point, you only have 3 people in coverage, or 3 people on routes, and so you're kind of in a bad spot when you only have sending 3 people out. But you can block this blitz. There's not these blitzes that are unblockable, right? But for you to have to motion snap right there and only have 3 guys in routes, like I have 4. I have 4 guys there. I have 4 guys in coverage, and so you're not really at an advantage. And then whenever you do, I'm not going to go over like all of the coverage defense, but you're like, yo, RC, you're giving up a ton. Yeah. But then that's whenever I can audible to my cover 3 cloud in different plays like this. And look, it looks like I'm blitzing crib, does it not? So then you're max protecting. Then you're max protecting. Okay. Motion in this guy. And you only have 3 people on the routes, okay? You got 3 people. Everything's locked up. Everything's bagged, okay? Because then you have 8 people in coverage. And I'm going to show you in the next tip video the different things you can do to make sure to make your pass coverage defense the best in the game that you possibly can, and how to defend corner routes, how to defend crossing routes, all sorts of stuff like that. So that's what I like to do to blitz out of nickel normal. And also it does a good job versus inside zone. Let me see if I have inside zone here. Okay, and so I'm on this player right here, and against inside zone, boom. it's locked up, right? So inside zone is dead. A lot of your common running plays from shotgun are just not going to be good. The one caveat that people can get you with, because you are, and I want to show you the positives and the negatives so you can fully understand what this is that what people can do is they could do some type of, since everybody's bunched on the defense together, is if they did some type of jet pass, that can be lethal. But you just got to know the formation that they're in, and if they start motioning over for the jet pass, you can kind of tell pre-snap. Just shift your D line over, and then start hovering over here, and then you can intercept that, and boom, and hit them in the backfield yourself. But that's just something you have to recognize and actually play and use this defense over and over again. And if you want, watch my videos. I've been running a lot of nickel normal in the CFM. I've been posting the CFM games, so you can see me using it in game and not just in practice mode. The tips I give out, I also run in games. Okay, I'm not going to give trash tips out. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if this was too complicated, if I need to simplify it a little bit more. I wanted to give you some low-hanging fruit, but then also go into in depth to make this defense as good as you possibly can. For example, with some of the different adjustments I like to do, whenever with the coverage adjustments. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, put him in a deep half or put him in a middle third, right? Okay, and then you have to live with giving up the underneath route. The one thing about this game, giving up the underneath route, is that these deep zones do such a good job, as you're going to see. Like if I throw the circle, well, I couldn't throw the circle because the ball got off real quick, but those deep zones fly up, and those flat routes get tackled for a 2 or 3 yard gain max. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for the support. We're on the road to 10,000 subs. I love y'all. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the sticks.